slowly falling down cooler闇へ but never going back touch 向かえのし高く上げてなお大ポンなんてもグッバイしょこりもなくファイナカマと Need it another day I wanna know it from nothing no more どこまでも笑ってgo on 今超えてく Also let me break it up I'm not afraid yeah break it Give me the point draw in the dark 自分の力に変え wipe out 今ねじ曲げる視線 I never fall I never ever care for them 今立ち向かう and I defeat myself I got ghosts, keep myself safe for backward I got ghosts, keep myself see and suspect Come away from me, shut my shadow Smoke, let us set my tongue on a spectacle Nobody knows, cause I can't flow, live fast for the
Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another video. I'm gonna be letting you know, you guys, that I'm gonna be talking about possibly Oda hinting who might be a traitor in the Straw Hat crew, and I'm gonna show you this forum that confirms that which character could be the most dangerous in the crew if they were to become a traitor. And I agree, guys, it can be very difficult to determine that, but I feel like I know a couple. Either way, you guys, these are just my thoughts and opinions, so don't take it too personal, but it should seem pretty quite clear as to who I'm going to describe and bring about. As I'm talking, we are going to proceed with the video. Let us enjoy. Number one, you guessed it, guys, is potentially Frankie, in my opinion. And people are going to find it hard to believe, although you can't just consider how nice he is to the Strats. You also have to like consider like the influence, as well as like how long he's traveled with the Strats, and if he played an important part, and how significant he was to the crew. The reason why I believe he's traitor, even though he's done it before once with Usopp, and then they were able to let by all means let bygones be bygones. But for some reason, mainly because he's a cyborg, and I feel like whether he's in control of, again, whether someone else is in control of him, or he's like a double agent or whatever, but we do know about his backstory as a kid, but I'm not going to spoil it, that he used to be harassed and attacked by pirates. And even though the government, like CP9, whatever, isn't any better, the trauma can be real, you guys. And it's more important is that he doesn't really place some sort of significance for the Straw Hats. It's not like they saved him from his trauma. It's not like again, they did save him from being kidnapped by CP9. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like his personality in general, he just comes off as way too carefree, and I feel like he doesn't interact with the Straw Hats too often, and him also being a cyborg could play a part as to why he might be a traitor. And if you're looking at the current season of One Piece, it could give you some hints as to why. And it's just that, like, and I'm 100% being real with you guys. What was like the significance that Frankie had? Yes, he's the helmsman. No, I wouldn't say he's the helmsman. He's the one who helped repair the Sunny. The thing is, though, he's not the one who he was actually not considerate towards Mary. He didn't really grow with Mary. He didn't really understand Mary. But the fact that he only found out because Usopp noticed that Mary had its own free will. There was potentially someone who was living amongst Mary, and Mary had feelings, as well as originally, if you guys were to catch up on Water 7, and I hate to say it, but it clearly seemed like Frankie did not want to join the crew. He was forced. I get it, like, because he really wants to stick with the family. I personally felt like Paulie would have been the perfect member of the Straw Hats, in my opinion, even though he might not have the, he may not be able to keep up with his, like, with his strength, along besides Zoro, Sanji, Luffy. But he would have been definitely better as their shipwright. Frankie, yes, he's very capable, but I feel like there's just some things off about him. I can't help but like the feel, like I just like just something, just that I just have that vibe. I just can't help but believe that he might be the one that could potentially betray the Straw Hats, simply because he didn't choose to join the Straw Hats by his own free will. He was forced. Let us be real, by Robin. I'm not explaining how she did it, but it seemed like his life was on the line, and he could be just playing off this persona, but for whatever reason, if he decides to turn their back and eventually and then find another way, and he reveals his actual true intentions, it may come off as heartbreaking, but it wouldn't come off as a shocker. Number 2, guys, has to be Brook, in my opinion. And people say, no, it can't be the skeleton. Brook is too nice. He's too thoughtful. But again, like the impact, whether I'm talking about the interaction he's had with the Straw Hats, if he's played a significant role. I feel like he's played the least significant role, in my opinion. And his real purpose, his real goal is to actually just reunite with Laboon. Now, I don't know if that really is true, you guys, but not because he's a skeleton. I'm not stereotyping, judging based on a character's appearance. I'm not for that. But it's just, again, just not enough interaction. I'll say this. He's definitely been very, very useful. He's proven his value within the crew. Being able to step up to Big Mom in this clip you see right now, standing up to her, considering the disadvantage that he has, since she's a Yonko, and he's just like a lower member of another, like a future Yonko, Luffy, obviously. But the reason why I believe he could be like a massive trade in all this, because he wants to take this opportunity. He's almost made it to the Grand Line. So this could be, after so many years, like PTSD. He has a lot of PTSD. I feel like he's had a lot of PTSD throughout his travels, losing his captain, and I feel like this is all for the sake of trying to like be able to like. Now, I wouldn't say it's not to avenge anybody. I think it's to make his old crew proud, because the Straw Hats for him could possibly be his stepping stone in order to get a chance to be able to make it to the Grand Line, and this could be the perfect opportunity, because he's trying to do something that his crew wasn't able to accomplish, and that he could be the only member to succeed in doing that. And it's not hard to say though, like, what's, like, again, you could say the significance that he had was facing up against Big Mom. Like that to me, and then being able to get part of the Poneglyph, I will not deny that, but there's more to it that you guys have to like really think about. It's about how the Straw Hats contributed to help him with his trauma, and we don't really see that, whether he's been abused, whether he's been like having this feud with people who've had it out for him, were taking advantage of him throughout this adventure, have been trying to have him like, we're basically calling the shots of what he must or not do, or if not, they'll threaten his family or whoever is close to him. And I truly could possibly see that. And I'm only doing 2 because I feel like these 2 are, like, not gonna say they're not important to the crew. Definitely, I would never say they're not important. But it's just like, again, it's very important, you guys, how you interact with the crew. It's also like how they treat one another, how they grew fond of one another. And you could say, yeah, he's funny. I'm not gonna deny that he's a funny, but a lot of things that people don't consider is Nami finds him disgusting all around. She finds him creepy, even though she of course she considers him a member of the crew, but she's not gonna forget about all the perverted and creepy things that he said or how he acts. Some people may say it's not that big a deal, but of course, being a pervert is absolutely disgusting. Sanji is, even though Sanji, oh, he's definitely in that category, but I don't think, the thing about Sanji, I don't think he would go as far as to harass women to the point where he's gonna peer pressure them to like take their clothes off, or he's gonna rip their clothes or whatever, grope them intentionally without their consent. And I'm not saying Brook is like that, but it's just the fact he comes off is really weird when he goes out. Again, him being a skeleton too, out of nowhere, just asking random women, "Can I see your panties?" But I need to know, like, what significant part has he played for me to not think he could not be a traitor? Because the Straw Hats didn't. Again, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I can't help but think that since the Straw Hats didn't contribute to like whether he's trying to like move on from his upbringing, or like his again his his nightmares, trauma, all those things have to come into play for me to say otherwise, that he might not be a traitor. But just the way it seems like, because I want to say one important thing. Some people, you guys really got accepted. This could be because he's been living for like past 80 years. So considering he's the oldest member of the Straw can be concerning too, because the Straw crew isn't overall that old. So he'll use his age as an opportunity, since he can live since he's immortal. He's gonna use this opportunity to do whatever he can to get access to the One Piece. And he feels that since the Straw Hats have the potential to make it their lives, since they have a massive amount of plot armor, and with Luffy on the side, they can't lose, and it could make his ambitions and goals come true with ease. And there isn't too much for him to worry about it, but for now, he's gonna have to keep quiet about his real intentions, and then for all we know, it will eventually be revealed, it will come to light as to whether we find out what I'm saying, whether it might be true or not. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I wish it does not come of it. But I just can't help but feel like Brook could be the biggest traitor in this crew. So again, it may catch us, it will definitely catch us by surprise, but I feel like it would not be a shocker again if Oda is hinting there might be a possible traitor in the Thousand Sunny. So I would definitely conclude from here. So again, whether I'm right, I would be very surprised. That's my guess, you guys, if that was the case. Only depending on what Oda decides from here on out. If he wants to include a traitor, by all means he can do so, but it'll upset a lot of fans. But if he wishes not, then at the same time you guys don't have to worry about it, and we'll figure out what will come of One Piece and how he decides to like unveil the whole situation of when they reach the Grand Line, and what might be the climax. And of course, more will come considering how ongoing One Piece is, and we have to pay as much attention as we can to figure out what are the steps and what are the decisions the Straw Hats have to make to keep their crew stable. And from here, you guys, I feel like I said enough. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to check for more upcoming content later in the future. Be sure to check your notifications, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.
また夜が明ければお別れ夢は時幻にあなたを追いかけていた光の中で流れるたび暖かい風を頼り春を告げ踊り出sunshine夏を目打ち野原から秋の月登ったままるさを描冬を過ぎまた月に数えまだまだの奥にあるいつかの夏遠すぎた青空片手をつなぐあなたの歌ういつや思い出今呼び覚ます記憶の中でいざ歩き出す
40 falling down cooler闇へ but never going back touch 向かえどうして高く上げてなお大ポンなんてもうグッバイ証拠にもなくファイナカマと Needed another day I will run away from nothing no more どこまでも抗ってこう今超えてく Also let's break it up I'm not afraid yeah break it Give me the point throw in the dark 自分の力に変え wipe out 今ねじ曲げる視線あれば I never ever care about them 今立ち向かう and I defeat myself I gotta go, skin myself, save for back foot I gotta go, skin myself, see a soft foot Time away from me, it's not my shadow Smooth, let us set my tongue on this fix I could Nobody knows, goes like in a flow Live fast for the